Hello, beautiful souls. This is Tarot with Thom. Hi, I'm Thom. Today is Wednesday, May 13th, 2026. And we are going to start off your reading using our beautiful Modern Witch Tarot deck. We're going to get a couple cards each for your past energy, where you're coming from, your current energy, what you're experiencing today, and your future, your possible future energy. All right, let's get started. Let's see what your spirit guides have to say today. Oh, they want to come out, but they are not flying out. Let's see. There we go. One. All right, two. Two for present, please. Oh. One, thank you. Oh, nope. Very talkative. That one, that one, that one. Okay. One more for present, please. Oh my goodness, thank you. And two for, oh, there you go. Possible future, there you go. Very, very talkative. Love it. Oops. Okay, you can see all that, I believe. Beautiful. Okay. You've got the Devil and the Ace of Swords. Okay. Very, very interesting. Oh, it's interesting, excuse me, when the Devil pops up. I'm going to just censor the butts like this because, you know, YouTube. All right. The Devil indicates those not so good for you things in your life. This is bad habits, addictions to substances, people, places, things, situations. Yeah, bad habits. Bad habits is the Devil's territory. So what in your life are you coming from? We'll get some clarifying cards here, but it is interesting when this pops up. You know, what is it in your life that you are struggling with and that you know is not good for you? And it can be hard to quit it. It's very hard to quit an addiction, whether that to be substances, people, places, or things, or situations. Very understandable. The silver lining here, though, with the Devil, the cure, the out, is within the card. If you will notice, the chains around these two people's necks are very loose. They themselves could take the chain, lift it up off over their head, and release themselves from that burden. So it's always in your hands to kick that habit or make better choices or leave situations that you know are detrimental to your physical, mental, and emotional and spiritual health. This being in your past energy, paired up with the Ace of Swords, tells me you are moving beyond that. The Ace of Swords shows the double-edged sword here, where it's all about sacrifice and peace. On one side of the sword, you must sacrifice something. And on the other side of the sword is what you gain from it, which is peace. Now, in the Pamela Coleman Smith, or the Rider-Waite Smith deck, also known as, there's a palm frond on one side of the sword and the olive branch on the other. The palm frond would be the symbol for the sacrifice, and the olive branch would be the symbol for peace. So, in this case, you are sacrificing something. A bad relationship you know that wasn't good for you, that was toxic. Sacrificing, giving up the addiction to a substance, alcohol, cigarettes, drugs, whatever, so many substances you could be addicted to. An addiction, or perhaps a addiction to certain situations. You want to change your habits. You want to get out of always reacting a certain way. Whatever it is, you're sacrificing that. Maybe some of those addictions gave you comfort for um, certain things. I'm not going to get into that. But, everyone's got a vice. And so by giving that up, you're going to find peace. If it's a toxic relationship, you're going to find peace within yourself on the healing journey and then eventually be able to open yourself up to a healthy relationship. We're going to get some more clarifying cards on that later. Just very intriguing. Good for you that you are pushing past that devil energy. I'd be a little worried for you if it was paired with something else, but Ace of Swords, you're on the right path. And swords are all the intellect. It's all about clarity. See how it's rising above the clouds. It's the divine hand. So you're making clear choices here. Okay, so you got the Page of Swords to the Six of Wands in your present energy. Okay. Page of Wands. Pages are that youthful energy, no matter your age. And I don't know about you, but we all go through that stage in our lives in our youth where we think we know it all. And I don't think we realize we think we know it all, but we are very opinionated and we think we know it all. That is the Page of Swords energy. They are quick to raise the sword against anybody who tries to say otherwise. And it's not always necessarily out of pride or narcissism. Often it's out of hurt and trauma, having been looked down upon and being told you don't know what you're talking about. And so you get very defensive about what you do know. But sometimes that blocks out, pertinent information that you actually could use in order to grow. So the Page of Swords encourages us to lower the weapon, lower the sword, get your head out of the clouds. See, the clouds are all around this person's head. They're not quite above it yet. They're not thinking clearly. And stop and listen to people you respect. Not everyone is trying to tell you you're wrong. A lot of people are just trying to guide you. And by people, I don't mean any odd person, but somebody you love and respect. You also have the Six of Wands here. So this is going to lead to your success. When you put your guard down in that way, don't be so quick to jump down people's throats or just ignore information. That is going to lead to your success. Six of Wands, celebration, success. That they're all celebrating this person here. There's a little wreath on it. Look at that. Look how stylish they are. Love that. Love the horse cards in general. Okay, and your possible future energy. I think these are so small, but still here, I'll do this first. Okay. Proper centering here. This is the moon. See that path leading off into the mountains, into the dark cave. Each of these people represent like the wolf and the domestic dog, the wild side and the domestic side, and this shadow self. Now I will censor it for now. Okay. Paired with the Eight of Swords. Okay. The moon encourages us to dive deep and to do the shadow work. You might have heard people talk about that. And if you're here, you probably have heard of doing the shadow work. The shadow work, it's when you want to shed light on those aspects of yourself that you keep hidden deep down, dark, where they do not see the light. The moon wants to shine light on those dark shadows. In order to fully be your authentic self, you need to fully integrate yourself. And if you keep things from others, fair enough, but you keep them from yourself, you will be ruled by what is unseen. You will continue to react the same way you react without even realizing it. What is unseen can rule you, and it will. So when you shine light on it and process it and assess it and integrate it, it no longer rules you. Perhaps a certain way that maybe someone can talk to you. Maybe there's a certain way people talk that really triggers you. You don't like those people. You react to those people. You yell at those people. You shun those people. You just like, I can't, it just, ugh. But you don't know where it's coming from. All you think is on the surface of, I don't like that person. Well, the shadow work will say, oh, actually, back in childhood, or even if you can't remember that far, something happened where that meant danger. That was a bad person or situation. And you shine light on that. You heal with that. It's not an overnight thing. It's going to take some time. And, integrate that, and then suddenly it is no longer a trigger. It is no longer ruling you and dictating how you respond. And also, it stunts your growth when you don't process your shadow self. You don't want old programming running what you say. I mean, I wouldn't. I could go on a whole rant about that and shadow work and the benefits of it, but I will try to keep it short. Point is, possible future energy here is that you're going to need to do some shadow work. You're going to need to shine some light on those deep, dark, hidden things so that you can fully be yourself. You don't want that running your life anymore. Oh my God, I have so much I can say about that. Anyway, we also have it paired here with the Eight of Swords. You might feel like you're a victim. You might be like, oh, I'm just this way. This is just how I am. And, society and culture made me this way, and just deal with it. All right, that's the victim mentality. You have free will, and you are in charge of bettering yourself. So Eight of Swords encourages you. That person could rub up against those swords to untie that rope and take the blindfold off, and they're no longer the victim. What is stunting your growth? What's making you feel stuck? What's making you feel blind? What are you blind to? Use the sword. Swords are all about the mind. The intellect. So knowledge, empower yourself by going deep, going deep with the moon here. So no, you no longer feel like the victim. You are not the victim. You are in charge of yourself. You are not what happened to you. You are what you choose to become. Don't mind me. I have the quote right off screen, which is why I was looking at it. I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. Carl Jung. So choose to integrate that. You don't have to do it alone. In fact, I do encourage some professional assistance. You can start on your own, but you don't have to do it alone. If you're scared, that's okay. That's valid. You will discover a lot of things about you, and you deserve to have a professional help guide you through it. I had a therapist for many years. Loved her. Shout out to, I don't know if I should say her name, but okay, I'll call her M. She helped me through a lot of that shadow work. I don't think she would have called it that, but that's what it was. And I did my own work too on the side, because I was like, I'm tired. I'm tired of reacting the way I react. I'm tired of feeling like the victim. I'm tired of feeling this way. I want to be empowered. You want to be empowered. Okay. Let us get some clarifying cards, and I want to know what this is for you. The Devil and Ace of Swords, please. Some clarifying cards. Oh, almost. The Devil and Ace of Swords. Thank you. 1, 2. Wonderful. Page of Swords and 6 of Wands, please. Thank you. 1, 2. Wonderful. The Moon and 8 of Swords, please. Thank you. 1, 2. Wonderful. Okay, let's get some more to the story here. Okay, Page of Pentacles to the Devil. Okay, yeah. The Page of Pentacles is the student. Remember, Page's youthful energy. Doesn't matter how old you are. You're never too old to be a student. You're never too old to be a beginner. And so there's something you are learning about this with the Devil energy. You are starting to learn that these things that you're addicted to aren't serving you, that there's a better way. Maybe you didn't know there was a better way. Now you're like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I don't have to be stuck in this. You are taking the chain off your neck. It is always in your power to make the change. You are not the victim. You can make the change. You can do what you want in order to better your life. And you are, with that Page of Pentacles energy. You are ready to be a beginner. You're ready to learn as much as you possibly can to move forward with your life. That's great energy to be coming from. Ace of Swords, the Chariot. Yes, you've made a decision to move forward. The Chariot, move forward, even if you're afraid. That's what the chariot is all about. Even if you are afraid, you choose your direction and you move forward. And you are moving forward with getting rid of that devil energy. And that, just making a choice, I mean, that makes all the difference in the world. That was the hardest part. Now you just follow through. You keep moving forward. You have the strength. Love the chariot card. Look at them. They're ready for battle. Look at those sphinxes. So wise. Look at this. He's so ready. He's so ready to take on the world. He's also crowned and he has a scepter. Meaning he's already in charge. He already has wisdom. He's already crowned with wisdom. So you have made a wise choice to better yourself for your own sake. And when you better yourself for your own sake, you have to do it for yourself. Excuse me, shaking the whole table here. It benefits everybody. You don't have to do it for anybody but yourself, but it will benefit everybody. Okay, you've got the devil again. This Pamela Colin Smith deck here. With your Page of Swords, yeah. So that way, the way you used to react is keeping you back, is keeping you stunted there. Keeping yourself guarded and not letting people in, that's what's giving you the devil energy. That's how you thought you had to survive. Fair enough. But you deserve better. And you're realizing that you deserve better. So just keep that in mind. You need to let your guard down too. And what I mean by that is letting people in. Obviously, you are discerning. I'm not talking about dangerous situations, letting your guard down. But people who do mean well and who love you. Recognize the people who love you unconditionally and are not there to judge you, who sincerely want to lend a hand. They're there. They're there to help. You've got to let people in. You've got to. It's a sad and lonely life when you don't let people in, when you miss out on connections. You deserve better. Since the day you were born, you deserved unconditional love, and you deserve everything you desire since the day you were born. And it's our jobs as humans and adults as we grow older to unlearn all the BS that was thrust upon us. Like, that's not us. Yeah, that's our journey in life, is to unlearn all that crap so we can finally truly be who we are, our authentic selves. So keep that in mind. Okay. What I said about connections. Well, you've got the Knight of Cups, the Six of Wands. Knight of Cups, he's the great connector. He knows how to connect to others, and he knows how to connect others to others. You want a Knight of Cups in your life. So when you let your guard down and you let people in, love, connection, love will find you success in love, if that's what you're looking for. Knight of Cups does not have to always mean romantic love. Friendships, like sincere, deep friendships, success there. Family, getting closer to family, success there. So please let people in. It doesn't happen overnight. You just got to do step by step. Like I said earlier, professional help. There is nothing wrong with professional help. That's what they're there for. They've dedicated their lives to assisting us on how to open up and process the trauma and all that. Oh, I could go on a whole tangent. But I hope you know what I'm saying is that when you let people in, life gets so much richer. Look at the joy here. Look at this success, this parade of people celebrating. You get the Knight of Cups, literally the knight in shining armor, offering you love. This cup is full of love. Good. This is in your present energy, so hopefully you're maybe getting a taste of this. Okay, you're getting a little taste of this. This is reminding you, okay, don't shut people out right away. All right, try, let them in. You're discerning. Let them in though. Little bit by little bit. You don't have to do it all at once. But you're being successful. You will be successful with that love, with that connection, of connecting to others. Good for you. Okay, possible future energy. We've got the moon here, clarified by the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, you are going to be much more, well, discerning. I want to say discerning. Yes, you're going to be much more discerning. But much more discerning with who gets your time and energy. And, finances, it is the pentacles, but our greatest resource we have, which is finite, is our time and energy. And so maybe you were an overgiver, or you just gave to the wrong people a lot. Doing that hard inner work is what's going to make sure that you are now balancing out and prioritizing, your time and energy for yourself and for others. You're not overgiving anymore. Look, they give 3 to this person, 2 to this person, and keeping 1 for themselves. It's balanced because perhaps this person only needs 1. Maybe they've got it quite the reserve, but they're keeping 1. They're not gonna walk away with none. They are pouring back into themselves. So do the shadow work. Do that internal work. I know it's hard, but you are not the victim. You can do it. You are in charge of you, no one else. And with the 8 of Swords, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Yes. Change is inevitable, so go with the flow is what the Wheel of Fortune says. It reminds us to stay grounded, to not let life's ups and downs throw us up in the air, wildly flailing or being thrown down onto the ground underneath the crush of the wheel. We don't want any of that. Be like the Sphinx here, holding the sword. So the sword meaning clarity in the mind. With a clear mind, the Sphinx stands centered. Centered. Yes, the wheel still spins, but when they are in the center of the wheel, they're not tossed around. They can observe life. They can respond instead of react. They've got a clear head about everything going around them. That's where you want to get. You don't want to be this victim. You want to be empowered and centered. Great reminders for your possible future as you go on this journey. And you've got this. You absolutely got this. Excuse me. Okay. Quick overview, real quick. Quick. Can't stop saying quick. Brief overview. There we go. And then we will finish off with our Sword of Light Archangel Michael deck. Okay. So in your past energy, where you're coming from, you are realizing that the devil energy no longer serves you, whatever that was, bad habits, addictions. And now you're learning. You're learning how can I better myself? How can I get out of this? How can I move on from this situation? Good. You're getting curious. You're being the Page of Pentacles. You're learning. Good for you. And you've made a decision. You know you have to sacrifice something. Maybe it was comfortable to be in those kind of relationships. You're leaving comfort behind, but it was toxic. Or not picking on smokers, but let's say you want to quit smoking. Yeah, so cigarettes gave you comfort, but it, you got to sacrifice that for some peace because you're tired of being out of breath or feeling awful. So you've made a decision. You have made a decision to sacrifice that for your peace, and you're moving forward with that great energy of the Chariot. You want that energy on your side. That's wonderful. Proud of you. It's not an easy decision to make. And in your current energy, just be mindful that devil energy is still there. It's going to try to pull you back in. If it's an addiction or a bad habit, it's hard to break those overnight. Be gentle with yourself, all right? Put the sword down. Be open to new information. Be open to the people who love you and want to connect with you. You're keeping connection out. You're keeping love out. You do not have to do this alone. I know in your mind you think you have to do this alone because maybe that's one of your traumas, is that you were kind of forced from an early age to do everything on your own, to be hyper independent because no one was there for you. And that is not true today. Many people love you. Let them in. Let them in and learn something. Otherwise, you're going to fall back into your bad habits. It's okay to lean on others. It really is. I bet you let others lean on you a little bit. Okay. Success and Knight of Cups here. In your current energy. Yeah. By letting people in, letting those connections happen, you're quite successful. You're going to be way more successful at your goals here. So keep letting love in, keep letting that connection in. Good job. Your possible future energy. We've got the moon. You must go down this path. See the path here? You must go down that path to ascend. to your higher states. So assess your shadow self so that you can be more discerning and be more balanced with where you spend your time and energy, that you leave enough for yourself. Stop overgiving. Don't be a martyr. Don't be a hermit in that sense of like shut everybody out. Don't do that. You can have a select few people. But don't be the martyr where you're being there for everybody. You got to be there for yourself. There's a balance there. And thus the scales here. Okay, it's balance. Find the happy medium. You're not the victim. You are empowered. This person can free themselves, rubbing up against the swords to cut the rope and unbind the blinder. Anyway, take off the blinders there. The swords, intellect, clarity, so they could get more clear. Use your head. You are allowed to have professional assistance. You are not a victim. You are in charge of yourself. You can make the change. What better change indication than the wheel that life is constantly changing, but you do not have to be at the whim of the outside world. Peace comes from within, not from without. When life wants to throw you up in the air or crush you down beneath the wheel, you're going to stay centered. You're going to ride the wheel out, but you are not going to be on the edge of it being tossed around. You're going to remain clear-headed and centered. It is possible. Wonderful. You're on quite the journey. Wish I could dive a little deeper here, but we will cut it there because I'm kind of run out of time. I'd like to do like some longer readings at some point. It'd be fun. Just the intent, not like a by the day, but just kind of a timeless video. It'll happen. It's coming. So we're going to finish off with the Archangel Michael Sword of Light Oracle deck. We're going to get a card. It might address something that wasn't addressed here that you should be aware of, or just some words of comfort or words of advice. All right, let's see what your angels have to say to you today. Prioritize self-care. I love that. That's on theme. That is on theme. Prioritize self-care. Absolutely. You do so much for others. It's time for you to experience the love you deserve and let others help you. Excuse me. Let others in, otherwise you're going to fall back into those bad habits. Keep on connecting with others. Let love in. You'll have success. Okay. I believe in you. I am rooting for you. You've got this. You absolutely do. All right. Let's get some more information on number 24, prioritize self-care. Story time with Thom. Here we go. Yours is a beautiful soul. You are always reaching out to others to help lift them up. Your heart is open to those in need nearly 24/7. You sometimes wonder if the words, "Tell me your problems," are energetically tattooed on your forehead. Your loving heart and desire to be of service is a miraculous gift and a true sign of your connection to the divine. However, you cannot pour from an empty vessel. It is time for you to recharge your spiritual batteries by allowing others to care for you. You've got to let people in. You can do it slowly, do it step by step, but you got to let them in. Take a spa day, spend quiet time in nature without your phone, and pick days in your calendar when you're just not available to take care of anyone other than yourself. Open your heart to allowing those who love you to give back to you. What was I just saying with this whole reading? Trust that others want to care for you rather than planning how you will care for them to pay them back. All right? Ignore that imaginary ledger you have. Let people just do something for you. There is no, then I'll owe them anything. Not at all. It's okay. You can do it. Just let it happen. Your angels are rooting for you. I'm rooting for you as somebody who is, I say recovering, but I feel like I am a healed people pleaser. No longer a people pleaser. And I put everyone else before myself, and I wasn't happy. I'm much happier now, and I can actually show up for people better now than I ever did before because I do prioritize myself and love myself, and I don't pour from an empty cup anymore. Now I have an overflow. And when I have overflow, I give. And when I'm a little depleted, I let people pour into me. I let that happen. I don't keep score. I let people love me. So if I can do it, you can do it. I believe in you. Your angels got your back. Divine, God, source, whoever and whatever you believe in, they have your back. So you're doing great. I'm really proud of you. You're making the right choice. Keep moving forward. Keep learning. Keep opening your heart. Keep letting connection in. Uh, it will always, always benefit you. All right. Let's pick. Who are you in this? Gosh, you're everybody here. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do the chariot because you made a decision. You are now moving forward. So good for you. Good for you. Mm. I hope this resonated with you. Take what fits, leave the rest. I encourage you to use your own intuition as well. Thank you so much for being here. If you think this would resonate with someone that you know, a friend, a family member, a loved one, please send them my way. I'll take good care of them. You can also subscribe and hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified when I post, which is every day at 3 a.m., the witching hour. So, with all that said, I'm so proud of you. Like if you liked it. If you vibe with my vibe. If you enjoy my energy, which I know you do, then please go ahead and subscribe.